Popular episode that you guys love, which was my date with my future partner. I did a meditation where I went on a date with my future partner. YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, you might want to subscribe. I think you're really gonna love the spiritual, business, and wellness content on here. And with that being said, I'm super excited to share that my podcast, Work Your Magic, is coming back for season 2, baby. We are in the process of creating and making season 2, and I'm so excited because the podcast is something that I launched now. It's gonna be like 2 years, I think, since I launched the podcast and since I put out a new episode, but you guys still listen to the podcast and just show it so much love. And it's definitely going to be an outlet that I'm gonna focus on this year along with YouTube. So in preparation and in anticipation for season 2, we're gonna throw it back, bring it back, and I'm going to be sharing the top 10 episodes of the podcast with you guys. So I'm going to be sharing that content on my YouTube channel and recapping it on my blog as well. For season 1 of the podcast, I did not video record the whole season. Some of the episodes were recorded on videos, especially the ones where I did have to interview guests. And I think I might have 1 or 2 solo episodes. I don't know. I gotta look through my files. So you might see some podcast episodes uploaded on here with video. Some of them will just be the audio with the podcast cover art. And I hope you guys don't mind, and that's okay. For season 2, know that I will be filming as much as I can with visuals. So for those of you who like to watch podcast episodes on YouTube, we gonna have the visuals for you, and I'm really excited and looking forward to that. So over the course of the next few weeks on my YouTube channel, I'm gonna be sharing top 10 episodes from season 1 of the Work Your Magic podcast. They're gonna be in no particular order of like popularity, but I am going to share them like in a sequence of the top 10 and how they were dropped. So stay tuned for that, but in the meantime, I'll give you a little preview of what you can expect in the top 10 episodes. So the first episode that I'll be dropping on my YouTube channel are my birthday reflections. That was recorded in 2022, so those are gonna be my B-Day reflections from turning 32 years old. Such a great episode. I know you guys are gonna love it. Next, I'll be sharing my episode 3, which is all about my spiritual awakening. So if you were curious as to how I got on the spiritual path, how did I become more conscious, what was like the triggering moment in my life that caused me to awaken spiritually and consciously, I'm gonna share more of that journey, and I hope that you enjoy it. Next up, we have another favorite of yours, is how did I become a soul-led entrepreneur? What is a soul-led entrepreneur? What was my path to business? What happened to my hair care business? All that information is going to be in that episode. Next, we have building a divine feminine business. What does that mean? What does it look like to show up in your divine feminine energy in your business? And that podcast is with a friend, colleague, teacher of mine, Nikki Novo. Such a great conversation. I know that you guys are absolutely going to love it. Next up, we have the Soft Life Starter Pack, okay? And that really dives deeper into this idea of, you know, what is a soft life? How do you begin a soft life? How do you start to shift your energy if you tend to show up more in your divine masculine energy in life? And how do you start shifting to start showing up in a more divine feminine way so that you are living a life that is more holistic and more balanced? Episode 8 is how to begin your healing journey. What does that process look like for you? I know that's going to be very helpful. Then we have a whole entire episode dedicated to exploring the divine feminine archetypes and discussing the toxic Divine Feminine archetype versus the integrated Divine Feminine archetypes with my really, really good friend Camila, which you guys are, oh, that episode is so good. I remember getting so much good feedback when that episode was dropped. So I hope that you guys love that. Then one of the most popular episodes is all about my moving journey. It was a life update that I shared of when I was moving. And I'm actually really excited for you guys to re-listen to this episode because I'm going to give y'all, in season 2, I'm going to share with you guys what actually happened. So that episode is what I thought was going to happen with my life. And then I'm going to give y'all a part 2 of what actually happened and the insight and the gems that I'm going to drop. I just know that you guys are going to be like, wow, your life is really like a roller coaster, but there's just like so much valuable information there. So that's that. Then next up, we have another popular episode that you guys love, which was my date with my future partner. I did a meditation where I went on a date with my future partner and it was absolutely beautiful. And I journaled about it and I hesitated on whether I wanted to share this publicly or not because it was such like a very intimate moment for me. But I felt like, sorry, I just gotta put some lipstick on. I felt called to share it because I knew that it was gonna be really inspiring and helpful for someone else to hear it. And I also wanted to kind of like document it and put it out there, not for like accountability, but like I just know that it's gonna be so dope to go back and listen to that when this like man finally enters my life and be like, I knew it. Like you've been like, he showed up to confirm that he does exist and I'm looking for him, he's looking for me, all those things. So that was a really popular episode. And then the last episode, which was another popular one, is I got a reading from my friend Latoya. Well, I interviewed my friend Latoya and I got a reading from her as well. And that episode is all about just like spirit babies and getting divine messages from a future child. And I'm excited to give you guys a follow-up to that episode as well. I think I'm going to interview Latoya for like a part 2 because we had such a good conversation. But that episode is making me want to create another episode to discuss like timelines and timeline shifts and how your reality can shift simply from a decision that you make, because I'm not going to go into it. I'll talk about it on the podcast episode, but yeah. So anyways, if you are new here, this is the perfect time for you to catch up on the whole season before we get into season 2. If you don't have time to listen to all 23 episodes and you just want like a recap of like the juiciest parts of the podcast, you're definitely gonna enjoy the recaps that I'm gonna do on YouTube as well as my blog. And I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. What topics or themes would you like me to dive into for season 2, as well as what guests and friends of mine or colleagues would you guys be interested in hearing from? I'm also looking to have some beautiful and impactful conversations with different founders and other soul-led entrepreneurs. And I'm just really excited for what is going to be unfolding for season 2 of the podcast. I'm thinking since we did 23 episodes for season 1 to like do 23 episodes again for season 2. Let's see what unfolds. I'm literally in the middle of like planning and kind of like getting everything out. So let me know too if you guys would be interested in a video showing you all how I actually plan the podcast seasons and what goes into that. As a creative, like I really enjoy hearing about other people's processes and how they like flush things out. So let me know if you guys would be interested in that, or maybe some like behind the scene episodes on how I actually put together like my podcast and things like that. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'm so excited for season 2 of the Work Your Magic podcast. All right, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Bye.